Every winter writes its own story, and this time, the plot twist is bigger than ever. Fashion has flipped its script for winter 2026, and trust me, what was chic last year might just be the biggest fashion crime this season. And yes, darling, the era of "look at me" is fading, and the reign of "remember me" has begun. If you've ever stood in front of your closet, torn between your old cozy hoodies and your sophisticated coats, this video will save you from the fashion confusion of 2026. Together we'll explore what's in and out for winter 2026, fashion trends you can't miss. 1. Scarf and cape coats. This winter, fashion has wrapped itself, quite literally, in sophistication. Scarf and cape coats are taking center stage for winter 2026, replacing the once popular bulky blanket coats that made everyone look like they'd stepped straight out of a duvet commercial. Those oversized cocoon shapes had their cozy moment, but elegance has evolved. Now it's all about coats that flow, not swallow, that move, not overwhelm. These new designs merge practicality with poetry, offering warmth while maintaining shape, structure, and sophistication. The attached or detachable scarf detail gives the illusion of layers without the bulk, creating a graceful drape around your neckline that flatters every silhouette. Styling them? Oh, that's where the magic begins. For daytime, pair a camel cape coat with tailored trousers and knee-high boots for that polished old money charm. In the evening, let a charcoal wool scarf coat flow over a midi dress and pointed toe heels, an ensemble that says, "I didn't try too hard, but I know I look good." Want something more city chic? Try belting your cape coat at the waist for an hourglass figure, channeling the confidence of Amal Clooney at her best. The outdated blanket-style coats of the last few years screamed, "comfort over class." But the scarf and cape coat whisper something far more refined. Comfort with character, it's elegance with intention, warmth with a story. So, will you keep hiding in your blanket coat, or step into winter wrapped in grace? 2. Cinched coats. The winds of winter 2026 have blown in a new kind of confidence, one wrapped neatly around the waist. Cinched coats are stealing the spotlight this season, replacing the once-loved shapeless oversized coats that hid every hint of a silhouette. Those bulky, straight-cut coats had their moment when comfort reigned supreme. But now, the fashion world is saying goodbye to baggy and boxy, and hello to boldly defined and beautifully tailored. Styling a cinched coat is wonderfully versatile. For a classic daytime look, pair a camel or navy-belted coat with straight trousers, knee-high boots, and a leather handbag. Effortless yet commanding. Heading out for an evening event? Choose a belted coat in deep burgundy or forest green, drape it over a fitted dress, and let the belt highlight your waistline. A silhouette that says power, not pressure. Want a trend-forward touch? Try swapping the original belt with a statement leather or gold-buckled belt, inspired by Victoria Beckham's runway looks. A clever trick to make your coat feel couture. The beauty of this style lies in its balance. Strong lines meeting soft curves, warmth meeting grace. While oversized coats once blurred the body, cinched coats celebrate it. They give posture, shape, and that quietly commanding energy that turns heads without asking for attention. 3. Pillbox and bucket hats. Every fashion era has its crown, and for winter 2026, it comes in the form of pillbox and structured bucket hats. Refined, nostalgic, and incredibly chic. These timeless silhouettes have made a glorious comeback, gracefully replacing the beanies and floppy knit hats that once ruled the cold months. Those slouchy styles had a cozy charm, sure, but elegance has moved beyond cute comfort. This winter, your hat should frame your face, not hide it. The pillbox hat, famously worn by Jackie Kennedy, has found its modern voice again. Sleek, sculpted, and endlessly graceful. It's the perfect blend of vintage glamour and contemporary polish. Meanwhile, the structured bucket hat has evolved far beyond its streetwear roots. Now crafted from wool, faux leather, or felt, it's become the go-to accessory for the woman who values both practicality and poise. Styling these hats depends on your mood and your moment. For a sophisticated daytime look, wear a wool pillbox hat with a tailored coat, slim gloves, and boots. Think of it as your classic movie heroine ensemble. If you're leaning more casual, a neutral-toned, structured bucket hat pairs beautifully with a turtleneck sweater, wide-leg trousers, and a long scarf. For an evening out, choose a velvet or satin pillbox hat, understated yet unforgettable, paired with a fitted blazer or a belted coat. Add pearl earrings or a bold lip, and suddenly you're giving that Audrey Hepburn in 2026 vibe. The old beanies and floppy hats were about comfort. These new styles are about character. A well-chosen hat can transform your outfit from ordinary to cinematic in seconds. And if history has taught us anything, it's that great women, from Jackie O to Princess Grace, never left the house without a statement hat. 4. Balaclavas. Who would have guessed that something once reserved for ski trips and snowstorms would turn into a high-fashion essential? Yet here we are, balaclavas are officially in for winter 2026, and they've stylishly replaced the old chunky scarves and oversized hoodies that once dominated cold weather wear. This isn't about hiding your face anymore. It's about framing it with quiet confidence and couture precision. Fashion has a funny way of rewriting its own rules. What used to scream function over form has now become a statement of elegant rebellion. Modern balaclavas aren't those tight, shapeless ones from your childhood winters. They've evolved into sculpted, luxurious pieces made from cashmere, fine wool, and ribbed knits. Think of them as the love child between a turtleneck and a hood, but infinitely more flattering. Designers like the Row, Prada, and Totem have already transformed them into a minimalist must-have for the woman who wants warmth and refinement. Styling them is easier and more versatile than you'd think. For an elevated casual look, pair a neutral-tone knit balaclava with a long wool coat and structured boots. Perfect for that quiet luxury vibe seen all over Manhattan? Want a Parisian touch? Go for a fitted cream or black balaclava with a tailored trench coat and bold sunglasses. Channel your inner mysterious movie star incognito. For evenings, pair a cashmere balaclava with a belted coat and leather gloves. Soft, sleek, and impossibly chic. You'll feel like you've just stepped out of a fashion editorial without even trying. And let's not ignore the practicality. Balaclavas keep you warm while giving your winter look a sleek edge. They let your features shine rather than disappear under mountains of scarves. Those old chunky scarves and hoodies were cozy, yes, but they often drowned your outfit. The balaclava, on the other hand, defines it. So, are you still wrapping yourself in endless scarves? Or are you ready to step into 2026 with the sleek sophistication of a balaclava that says, warm, but make it fashion? 5. Plaid coats and jackets. Some trends vanish like footprints in the snow. Others keep coming back stronger with every decade. Plaid coats and jackets are that timeless comeback story of winter 2026, gracefully replacing the once popular bold animal prints and loud patterned outerwear that have finally roared their last. Those wild patterns were fun, sure. But elegance has turned its gaze towards something richer, more intelligent, and infinitely more wearable. Styling a plaid coat or jacket depends on the mood you want to set. For everyday polish, try a long plaid coat over a cream turtleneck and straight leg jeans, finished with loafers or ankle boots. Simple, sharp, and effortlessly chic. For office elegance, pair a tailored plaid blazer or crop jacket with black trousers and a silk blouse. It says, refined with purpose. Want something more feminine? Layer a belted plaid coat over a fitted knit dress and knee-high boots. A subtle nod to old money style, but with modern proportions. The magic of plaid lies in its personality, structured yet warm, nostalgic yet new. It carries that quiet sophistication that animal prints never could. While leopard and zebra once dominated the scene, they now feel too loud, too predictable. Plaid, on the other hand, offers dimension and depth. It tells a story of legacy and confidence. 6. Knitted sets. If winter 2026 had a signature look, it would be the knitted set, the perfect marriage of warmth, texture, and sophistication. Gone are the days of baggy loungewear and worn-out sweatsuits that screamed, "I gave up today." Those pandemic-era comforts have officially been retired, making way for their polished successor, the knitted cord set. Think elegance that stretches with you, moves with you, and makes you look like you woke up effortlessly refined. How to style it. Let's start with casual elegance. Wear a matching knit skirt and top set in oatmeal or dove gray, paired with minimalist sneakers or ballet flats. Chic without trying too hard. For office days, layer a long cardigan set over tailored trousers and pointed toe boots. Add gold hoops or a silk scarf for that polished finish. Heading to brunch or travel? Choose a monochrome knit set in soft beige or mocha with structured accessories, a leather tote, oversized sunglasses, and maybe a sleek trench thrown over your shoulders. Suddenly, comfort looks like couture. Those old sweatsuits were about hiding, knitted sets are about embracing. They softly frame your body, creating movement and grace instead of bulk. Plus, they photograph beautifully, a quiet perk in our camera-ready world. So, which trend are you most excited to embrace this season? Are you ready to swap the old for pieces that define you with grace? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to know which trend you're adding to your winter wardrobe first. If you want more guidance on living and dressing your most elegant life, don't forget to subscribe to Aisha's Elegance, where style meets timeless sophistication every week.